Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Tony Shen. I'm back with another FL Studio beat making video. Today I like to kind of go into third-party plugins and talk about some external plugins that you can buy, just because, you know, stock plugins are great. Like, if you've been to my channel before, you know I love making tutorial videos just for beginners using stock plugins only. But today I kind of want to talk about like some other third-party plugins that aren't like absurdly expensive, like Omnisphere or Native Instrument Complete or stuff like that, but are still really powerful, that you guys can use, that are still really fun to play with, just because, you know, I kind of want to get out of just stock plugins only. I mean, as good as stock plugins are in FL Studio, there are other plugins that you could pull up that, you know, work really well. So today I'd like to just make a beat with Purity. Just to give you guys a quick background, Purity is like honestly a very old plugin. It's pretty cheap. It's only 50 bucks. So it's not absurdly expensive, but this is like vintage, like 2000s type plugin. So it's not the most powerful, but I think it's coming back into trap music and hip hop, especially just because of like it gives it that retro feel, and it's really great for like dry sounds, right? So if you guys have Purity, let's pull it up. You know, I just like to give you guys like a quick rundown of like basically what it is, and we can make a quick beat with it. Now, Purity is just a very like easy plugin to like kind of get into, right? All you have to do is there's a mixer, so you can like mix different sounds together. But honestly, like I'm just gonna jump straight into the presets, because that's kind of like the whole point. So let me put on my headphones. Purity, I think the main strength is just how easy it is to use, and also the simplicity of the sounds, right? You don't have like crazy complex arpeggiated sequenced sounds. It's just very easy to use, and it has some really nice dry sounds, like right, like very cheesy type sounds, which I think are still pretty usable nowadays. It has some really dope flute sounds. I think that's like the main thing, but it also has some cool synths. Let's just dive straight in and make a beat out of it. I think I want to start with like a bell or a perk, just to make something really cool, you know. I want like a really dry, like cheesy type. Woo! Okay, I messed up, but it's okay, because we're gonna fix it in the in the piano roll. Everything's fixable, guys. There's nothing in the world that you can't fix. Probably gonna have to quantize this, so Control Q or Command Q if you're on Mac. I wonder if they have any like plucks, some plucks, you know. Is that another Purity? Add that bell that we found before on top of that. So it was this, right? I messed up. It's okay. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Okay, now I'm gonna double it in an octave. So I'm just gonna copy this, pitch this down an octave, and then I'm also just gonna offset this a little bit. So I'm just gonna hold shift and then scroll a little bit just to offset it. Add another Purity. I'm gonna add a flute now. Honestly, the flute is like why I got Purity, like why I invested the money into Purity, is just because of the flute. I really like the flute. That's too loud. See, the velocity really matters. Like, I feel like people tend to overlook like the importance of like just setting the right velocity, and like because that has so much to do with like your expression and just where the direction of your melodies go. I think people tend to overlook that. Velocity is very important. Like, for example, like if I just left it like that, it wouldn't really make sense like phrase-wise, because I came from a very classical music standpoint where like everything, like your entire story was just told through where the notes are and like the direction of the notes, right? There wasn't really that much sound design. There wasn't really like adding effects like reverbs and stuff like that. All you had to tell your story was a bunch of notes that you played with certain instruments, right? So the importance of like note placement and just how loud each individual note was is very important. So what I got was just like how to build direction. So like a few things I learned from classical music that really applies to making beats, especially when you want your melodies to be very expressive and tell a story. First thing is you always want your melodies to lead somewhere, right? You always want to take your melody from like point A to point B, and you can do that by adding direction and creating a sense of direction in your melodies. So for example, when it comes to like how loud something is, you always want to crescendo when going up a scale. So like, for example, if you're going, right, you always want to build up that energy when going up from C to like G, right? So you want it to get gradually louder because that gives some sense of direction to like your melody. The other thing is you always want to emphasize like the downbeat or like the first note of every bar. So this is a 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. You see when it hits on the 3, you want that note to have a little bit more emphasis because that's like the starting point. That's like the impact point, right? So it's okay if you bring it up. So if you bring up the velocity up a little bit, it's going to create that direction that we were talking about earlier. Like it doesn't really make sense here, right? Like bump, bump, bump. Like it doesn't really make sense. Like these two notes are building up to the impact point when it hits that D. So bump, 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 bump. Like I messed up when recording. That's on me, right? But we can always fix it in here, right? See how that makes more sense just musically? Okay, we have the melody. I think it's a really catchy melody. Now let's add the drums. I'm gonna preview Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 3. Obviously the drums aren't completely done, because I put a lot of care into these drum sounds. Like I don't want to just rush out a drum kit when I don't think it's ready. So we're gonna use some of our beta sounds that aren't completely ready yet. But yeah, I'm actually really proud of this drum kit, guys. Like with the sounds that I have right now and the sounds that I'm still in the works of making, it's gonna be a very insane drum kit. Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 3 is going to be available for you guys to download for free soon once it comes out. But as of right now, you guys have access to Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 1 and Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 2, which are always free if you're new to this channel. So just click the link in the description below. You'll be able to get those drum kits for free. It's in the key of what? G. I think it's in the key of G. this down. Use the Craig kick. I'm just gonna double it here, and then obviously I want all the notes. I don't want the kick to go up and down in pitch, right? Because that's just unnecessary, guys. So I want all the kicks to be just hit at the root note. So just bring it down to C5. All right, I'm gonna pull this move out of Kenny Beats. Let's just record it into the laptop. This is like some Kyle type beat, some like, I don't even know, Kyle Lil Yachty. Yeah, all the drums that I'm using either is already available for you guys to download for free or will be. You know, working with artists just in real time instead of just, you know, sending beats back and forth and like recording with them has made me realize that, like, look, bro, you don't need your beats to have like 1,000 different sounds. Like, you just want beats that are easy to rap to or easy to sing to, that are really simple, that have a really nice melody and have a nice bass and have nice drums. Like, once you have that, it really doesn't matter. Like, it can get repetitive, it doesn't matter, as long as the artist isn't like too repetitive, or like as long as the artist brings other things to the table, like you're fine. Like, you don't need that many different counter melodies. If you do, it actually makes it less appealing for artists to like record over, you know. So yeah, be careful. I mean, the whole point of making beats is to have a vocalist get on it after, right? So you don't want to make it too difficult for them to do that. So just keep your beats simple. And another thing I've noticed is that artists, like, because like, you know, when you're preparing, when you're recording, and then you're just hearing the beat in your head, like, here's your first intro, right? There's like a little telephone effect, like, hey, what's up? Hey, yo, hey, in the bag, yo, ooh, yeah, Louis bag, right? Like, here it gets a little bit more serious. Some artists like to, you know, start rapping directly here. I like to leave just like a little 808 thing just at the beginning, so it builds up a little bit, and then some artists, you know, you can start rapping here already. But a lot of times they'll just use this as kind of like a warm up to like go into the main verse or the chorus. So like, yo, I got money, woo. So like, it's kind of like intro part 2. It's just something, you know, some artists like. You know, it gives you like a lot of room to work with. Like, you could either start rapping here, or it could be like, you know, another intro part 2, and then here the beat comes in, right? So now I'm gonna preview the beat for you guys. I had a really fun time making this beat with you guys. I mean, obviously, like, Purity is a great VST for you guys to invest in. It's a great investment. It has some amazing sounds that I had a really good time going over. So if you guys had a good time watching this video, if you guys took something away from it, if you guys are buying Purity because of it, please sponsor me, Purity. But make sure to show some support on this channel. I really appreciate it. Drop a like, drop a subscribe. It really means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much for watching, for withstanding me for this long. I'm gonna play the beat for you guys. I might spit a little freestyle. I don't know. I haven't rapped. I don't really rap. Like, I'm not good at rapping. Like, I'm really terrible. I have a really bad voice, and like, I can't rap like for the life of me. So if I do end up rapping, it's a very, very special surprise that you guys should take to heart. It just shows that I trust you guys a lot. So yeah, here's the beat. Yeah. Oi, 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 yeah, hey, yeah. I just made some roast beef sandwich in my backyard. We be at the barbecue watching Game of Thrones, ayy. All up with the boys, ayy. We just made some noise, ayy. Playing Game Boy and 64, that's the vibe, ooh, yeah. I just bought a Nissan, yeah. All-wheel drive, ooh, yeah. I don't even drive though, ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even know how to drive, but I be gripping on the wheel. Make a left, hey, make a right, ooh. That's how we ride, ooh. I just pull up to Drake house, we just made a hit, ooh. All up in the Canada, we be from the north, ooh. I just from the north, ooh. Yeah, I'm from the north, ooh. Yeah, I'm from that Canada. Yeah, I got that passport. Yeah, I'm from the north, ooh. I just came down south, hey, for the holidays, like I'm Drew Holidays, ballin' on the Bucks, ooh. Yeah, I'll be ballin' on the Bucks like I'm Giannis, ooh. Yeah, ballin' on the Bucks like I'm Giannis, ooh. Yeah, but I can't even shoot like I'm Giannis, ooh. Hey, bring that flute in, ooh, yeah. Bring the fruits in, ooh. Fruits of my labor, ooh, yeah. Yeah, Jesus Christ is my savior, ooh. Yeah, rapping on camera, I'm not really comfortable. I don't really like to rap cause I'm not uncomfortable. Yeah, that's not my main talent. I just make the beats. I'm behind the scenes, ooh. I'm behind the scenes, ooh. I just pulled up and I'm drinking on that lean, ooh. I don't do drugs, ooh. I really don't, like, I don't do drugs. I don't do any type of drugs. I just said that because it rhymed. Like, I'm just saying that, you know, like, I don't, please do not incriminate me. Like, this is not truthful. I'm just doing this because I just thought of the word and it rhymed. Like, that's like the only rhyme that I had in this entire freestyle. If you guys noticed, like, I don't know how to rhyme that good, you know. But yeah, that's the beat, guys. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Have a good day. Hope you guys have a wonderful 2021. Yeah.